I've got my phone here, so if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote these down because I wanted to be more flowy. The first tip is allow your clients the knowledge of products. The reason why I say that is a lot of clients come and they want to know what you're putting in their hair, they want to know what products you're using, they want to know what tools you're using. Be free with the information. There's nothing wrong with letting your clients know what products you're using on their hair, because it's good for them to know, one. Number two, is also great for having some sort of like conversation. It's also good to know that your stylist has your best interest at heart. They know your hair, they know what tools to use for it. There's nothing wrong with having one set of tools that you use on all your clients, but for me, I have different sets of tools that I use, and I always have a conversation with my clients when it comes to their hair. So if I'm using a new pair of straighteners, I'll tell them why. If they like the end result, I either tell them where they can buy it, or I can sell it to them through the retail stock in the shop. So letting your clients know what products you're using also allows them not to completely rely on you, because it also brings them to home care. So if you're telling clients what wrapping lotion you use on their hair, what cream you use on their hair, it sets them for what they need to do next at home. And even though it sounds ridiculous, by letting them know what you want, what you're using on them, and what they should use at home, you're also educating them on how to look after their hair. But it kind of builds a trust between the two of you, and they will come back because they know that you're not trying to hold this big secret, and that you've got their best interest at heart. So that's definitely my big first tip. My second tip is be attentive. Being a stylist is like being a therapist, being a friend, being whatever apart from being a stylist, being whatever your client needs you to be at that moment. If they're having a rant, listen. If they are telling you about their hair, listen to every word that they're saying, because through that information you will know what to do, and you will know where they're going wrong, and you will know what to do next. Being attentive was definitely something that I had to learn over and over again in the first part of me being a hairdresser, because there's a difference between being attentive to what someone is saying and you seeing something and wanting to do it. So it has to be a compromise. So the first part is, of course, listen to what the client has got to say. A lot of clients, even though they say they know their hair, misuse words or are misconstrued about what their hair actually is doing. So by being attentive, you're receiving the information, and you can better educate them on what is actually wrong with the hair or right with the hair. Some clients come in and say their hair is awful. I've got really unhealthy hair, my hair's got lots of split ends, blah blah blah, and all they need is a trim. So and some people say their hair is thin, when all it is that they have thinner hair than maybe the rest of their friends. So just listen to what people are saying to you and assess the situation. Teach them how to look after their hair type. Third tip is build the trust between yourself and your client. I don't really think there's much else to say to that apart from how you build trust with any person. It's with time, it's with experience, and is through people knowing you. So be yourself at all times. People love you for being you. My clients know me as being quirky, they know me as speaking my mind, and they know me as me. So if I say, do you know what, I don't necessarily, if they want a new style and I don't like it, I'll tell them, but it's also about telling them in a way that's not offensive to them. So through building trust and through knowing them, they'll know that it's not coming from a bad place, it's definitely coming from a truthful place, and we can play around with ideas, or we can discuss it. So you don't always dive in for the harshness and stuff like that. You have to consider that everyone's not going to be like you, and consider that people may have insecurities, and sometimes your honesty or the way you talk, the attitude, it can be intimidating to other people. So always warm people up to your character, and try and be as friendly as possible, but also as truthful to yourself as possible as well. It's a balance, but you'll definitely
my last
tip is probably the one that I say the most to everybody: you're not going to be great at everything. Own it, live it, do it, and just excel in the things that you're great at, and work at being the best hairdresser in the field that you have chosen. Doesn't necessarily need to be one field. I always say try to be good at all the basic hairdressing things that you need to be good at. So the basics is always the number one thing. So washing, health and safety, consultations, those 3 things are things that you have to be great at. Like whatever happens, those are the basics of hairdressing. You have to be able to talk to your clients, you have to be able to get information out of your clients so you can give them the best results. And from then on, whether it's if you're a great weavist, if you are a great wig maker, if you're great at cutting hair, if you're great at colouring, all those things will be revealed to you as time goes on. I find that I'm great at styling, cutting, wigs and weaves, so those are the things that I have concentrated on perfecting in the last 8 years. So if anything new comes along, I try to know it, but if I'm not, because I've put so much work into those categories, so styling like for weddings, because I do so many weddings now, and also doing wigs and stuff, I've perfected those and I keep perfecting them. If there's a class, I'll go to it. If I know another hairdresser is really good, I'll try and get mentored for it. I'll try and get mentored for it. I'll try and discuss things with other people that share the same mind as me when it comes to those things. Brazilian blow dry is another thing that I found I was really good at. So just getting knowledge on those categories has been really what my journey as a hairdresser has been about. Those of you who want to exceed in and excel in colour, practice, practice, practice. For those of you that want to do weaves, practice, practice, practice. So whatever it is that you're good at, know it, acknowledge it, and just own it, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be great at everything, but you can at least have a basic knowledge in everything and try to perfect the things that you're great at. So I hope that this video has helped. As usual, let's get the conversation going in the comments. If you guys want me to do videos about other stuff, I'm happy to talk about. I'm in a better space now, so I can actually talk about things and try and get videos out a lot more often. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.